just saw it then. Daddy Cool with Eagle Rock. What a great number that was, eh?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Actually, you've just asked, have they re-released that? And, and I say yes, they have, on a 12-inch version. Now, I believe Ross is sort of a bit hesitant to ever talk about it.
Surprised, yeah, is he?
Yeah, I mean...
Because they're going to get yells for it at every gig.
Well, apparently they do it in their gigs.
They still do it?
Yeah, and a great version.
Yeah.
But do you think there's anything wrong with, with
Not really, I mean,
Ross?
it's a great... Is there anything wrong with Ross?
Not anything wrong with Ross.
Too much
There's a lot
wrong with Ross.
sometimes. No, I mean, do you think there's anything wrong about doing old numbers, even though it was with another group?
Not real. I mean, depends on the band and the song. I mean, we've redone Downhearted.
Yeah.
So no, that's all right.
You're not
It's a
ashamed
great
to
song.
do, your old numbers and...
No, we totally redid ours, but
Right.
I mean, yeah, Mondo, I mean, that's such a great song.
Well, listen, talking about a great song, this is a great album. I talked about it last week. Have you heard this album as yet?
I've heard quite a bit of it, yeah. It's fantastic.
They're an excellent group, this group, in every way possible, I think, both on stage, in the recording studios, and the songs are just superb. So, again, they've come up with a beauty. I just certainly hope that this record is released in the States, because I can't understand why they haven't broken there yet, but this one is the one that could do it, all right? So watch out for it, Mondo Rock. Okay, James, what have you been doing?
We've been rehearsing.
Yeah?
We've been playing tennis and horse riding.
Right. Well, we'll talk about your album in a minute.
Right.
We've got a group that's a very unusual group, in fact, and they've come up with some really good songs. Here they are, No Fixed Address. We hope to have them live on the show soon with From My Eyes. Right, that's No Fixed Address. I'm really starting to pull in the crowds. Your album, Sons of Beaches. When I first heard Shutdown, it's funny, you get so locked into what the group sounded like before, with their approach to different songs, that it took me a couple of listens, and now I just can't get it out of my mind. This album has got a lot of different songs on it.
Yeah, it's definitely, you sort of got to listen to it a couple of times to sort of get into it, I think.
Right.
Most people have heard it, have gone, first time they've heard it, and then had it for a week and said it's fantastic.
What made you go over to Hawaii to record?
Well, Mike Chapman lives there.
Right.
And he said, well, if we're going to do it, you can either do it sort of in Melbourne or in Hawaii. And I mean, of course, we said, well, let's do it in Hawaii, If the record company doesn't mind, let's do it.
And what made you decide on Mike Chapman?
Well, he was interested, and his track record's so good.
Right.
And I mean, that just...
I
for
asked that
reason,
because of the different, people that he's worked with over the years.
Yeah.
I was sort of a bit hesitant, thinking, Australian Crawl with Mike Chapman. I just couldn't see it at one stage, right? Yet, I mean, he'd done stuff with Blondie and, of course, with Susie Quattro and all of them. But he doesn't really sort of have the Mike Chapman, particular sound on this.
No, well, that's the thing. I mean, he's done everything in the studio. I mean, he's written songs, he's worked in the studio, he's been a musician.
Right.
He manages to pull the best out of everyone in every different situation.
Right.
So, in that sense, it's fantastic.
Well, listen, I'll come back and ask you about your television career in a minute. But we'll throw over to Johnny Peters. You there, Johnny?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, what for John and Marcia's tour dates?
The Jokers and Queens tour, yeah.
All right,
Okay,
let's go to the tour dates.
Here we go. Jokers and Queens with Marcia and John. Adelaide, Tuesday, 3rd of August at the Thebarton Theatre. Melbourne, Wednesday, 4th of August at the Palais Theatre. And Albury, Thursday, the 5th of August at the Albury Cinema Centre.
Okay, thanks, John. Listen, let's go and have a look at Madness now with House on Fire. We're playing this in full next week.
Good morning, miss. Can I help you, son? 16 today, and up for fun. I'm a big boy now, or so they say. So if you'll serve, I'll be on my way. Box of balloons with a featherlight touch. Pack of party poppers that pop in the night. I took much hairspray, plastic rings, clay on a corner's edge, just walked in. Welcome to the house.
Well, there you go. Now, listen, what about your television career? What's this all about? You're going to go feature in a little star in a series, I believe.
Well, I mean, the two girls have sort of got the main parts. I mean, I play the male lead, I suppose.
Right.
It's a 6-hour TV sort of mini-series. I mean, it's the
Right.
same sort of length as Town Like Alice or something like that.
Right. And what's the plot? I mean, there is a plot, isn't there?
There is a plot.
I generally lose the plot, but what is this plot?
It's about a woman who marries a younger man who used to be a tennis player,
Right.
who marries her for her money, falls in love with her best friend. They kill her, they throw her to the crocodiles. Well, she doesn't die. She comes back.
She comes back.
Well, she comes back. She's mauled by the crocodile, but she comes back, has plastic surgery, comes back to Sydney as
Right.
a fabulously successful model, and plots her revenge. I mean, in a nutshell.
All right, Steve Miller with Abracadabra. Let's go with this one.
I heat up, I can't cool down. Got me spinning round and round, round and round, and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame, full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher.
Well, there you go. Look, what do you think of Kim Wilde? Do you like her?
I suppose she's nice looking. She's got
you
sort
like
of
her
funny
music?
eyes. Oh, it's all right.
I think her music's great, right? And
you?
her brother and her father write all the songs. This is the album Select, the new album. Cambodia's on it, and of course View from a Bridge. Written by Ricky and Marty, her dad, and produced by Ricky. Yet another good album from Kim Wilde. All right, the Swingers are back in. Do you like the Swingers? I won't put you
Yes,
to that.
yes.
I've sort of been very critical of the Swingers because you know, I thought that their songs have been sort of a bit sort of average.
Yeah.
But this one's back to the Swingers as we know them. Here they are, Punch and Judy.
Punch and Judy, Punch and Judy, Punch and Judy, Punch and Judy. Now in the other room the baby cries, while Judy searched for her custard eyes. Somewhere
All right, there you go. That was the Swingers with Punch and Judy. Well, best of luck with your television career.
Thanks very much,
And
yeah.
you need no luck with this album. I swear, it's a great album. All right.
Thank you.
And talking about albums, very quickly, I've got Grease 2 here. It's about to be released. It's quite sensational. Watch Countdown next week because we've got a few surprises for you for Grease 2. All right. Hunters and collectors have finally done it. I didn't like their extended EP. I thought it was.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't. I thought that their sounds were dreadful on it. But I think they've really caught it on this one. Here it is, their single, Hunters and Collectors with Talking to a Stranger.